Hey guys, I hope all is well. Thank you for joining me for this Truth Talk episode. In today's episode, I'm joined by Rico.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
In this episode, we will once again be talking about the WWE, as I promised you guys a part 2. But before we begin, I just wanted to remind you guys to subscribe to the second channel. We are getting ready to release new content on the second channel, and Dee will be getting her own show over there. So for those who want more truth content on a daily basis, make sure you subscribe to the second channel so you don't miss out. Thank you all. Now let's get right into it. In the last video Rico and I did on the WWE, we covered the origin story of how the WWE started and when they started to show open Masonic symbolism. We also spoke about disturbing allegations of some wrestlers being ritually offered, and we also spoke about Vince McMahon's disturbing allegations. On top of that, we got into the occult-driven storyline of one of the biggest WWE wrestlers ever, The Undertaker. Unfortunately, the last video was hit with 9 different copyright claims and was blocked worldwide. I was able to get the video back up after some time, but only by cutting a lot of parts of the video out, which kinda kills the viewing experience. I'm hoping this video doesn't get copyright claimed like the last one did, so please forgive me if I use more images and fewer videos. In today's episode, I actually want to focus on the recent WrestleMania event that just happened, as it was full of Masonic imagery. In the last episode, I presented clear-cut evidence that I believe proves the WWE is ran by the Masonic Order. In today's episode, I found even more proof that I believe further proves my point. The first thing we must talk about is the musical performance they presented on one of the nights to start the show. WrestleMania is broken off into 2 nights, and on one of the 2 nights, they had a country artist by the name of Jimmy Allen open the show by performing the song America the Beautiful. While Jimmy Allen was performing, we actually noticed that Jimmy had some very interesting pendants on his chain. If you take a good look at Jimmy's pendant on his chain, you can see right in plain sight that he is wearing a Masonic square and compasses. He is also wearing an inverted all-seeing eye. Open as day, Jimmy Allen is showing the world that he took the Masonic oath. But more importantly, the WWE made sure to put the Masonic square and compasses in view of the camera for the world to see. This is done to signify their Masonic alliance. This is how they wanted to start WrestleMania, with Masonry imagery right in your face. If you guys want to see a full video on Jimmy Allen, comment Jimmy Allen below, as we can find them wearing Masonic jewelry on countless occasions. It's interesting because so many of you guys have actually asked me to look into some country singers and whether there's occultists and Freemasons within the country singer genre. This is a perfect example of it. There's multiple pictures of Jimmy Allen running around wearing these Freemasonic square and compass chains. And for them to have him perform at WrestleMania, there's moments where they zoom the camera into his jewelry, into his chains, and they make sure to prominently show this symbol on television because they want people to know that this is what the WWE is associated with. If I'm not mistaken, you did send me a picture of this. You texted me a picture right when it happened. And now that I'm thinking about it, that's why I actually looked into it.
I watched it live and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. When I seen his chain, he had on 2 chains. He had the upside down triangle and he also had the Masonic symbol on. It was right there, right in front of our face. We couldn't miss it. And I wanted to mention, if you notice his chain on the upside down triangle, he also had the number 15 inside of it. It was just a theory that I had that maybe it could be, maybe he's a 15th degree in his rankings.
That actually makes sense. I would have to look into that to see, but there definitely is a 15th degree in the Scottish Rite Masonry. So it's a possibility that chain, and that's very interesting because I didn't notice that. I was more hyper-focused on the Masonic square and compass that he seems to be flaunting with no problem. That right there is just, it blows my mind, and I want to see how people are going to deny this. I want to see how Jimmy Allen fans are going to react when they see this. Are they going to try to deny this, or are they going to accept the fact that this guy's an open Mason? We've seen examples of this throughout the industry. You know, we saw that one instance of NBA Youngboy, how NBA Youngboy was in that video wearing a Freemasonic square and compass chain, the exact same chain Jimmy Allen is wearing now. But that doesn't happen normally. We normally don't see many artists doing this. And I think that he did this purposely. They wanted this symbol to be shown on national television, and they wanted to secretly give a nod, you know? And it's like you said, I'll have to look into the 15th degree. I want to see if this is a symbol that they use for something else as well. It could be a symbol that represents something else. The next thing we need to talk about is the WrestleMania match between Edge and the Prince Demon Finn Balor. This match was full of satanic references and displayed two demonic wrestlers who participated in what they called a ritual for the world to see inside of a Hell in a Cell. The match was between two opponents that both adopted a satanic persona for their storylines. Edge is supposed to represent the devil in this match, and Finn Balor, a prince demon. As in the promo clip for the match, Edge makes it clear that he is the devil himself and that he was baptized in the Hell in a Cell match by the dead man, The Undertaker. In Edge's entrance alone, there was so much imagery right in the open. Before Edge comes out to the ring, a video plays on the screen that announces the match. The intro starts by introducing Edge as a gothic warrior who was born out of the darkness and emerged from the flames. These are occult metaphors. For example, being born out of darkness and emerging from the flames represents the phoenix imagery, which represents a satanic rebirth. The video also mentions that Finn Balor is a prince demon. Then, it is not surprising that after this intro was played, they begin to show candles on the screen in the arena, as a trailer for the upcoming movie, The Pope's Exorcist, was played live at the event, as the actual match was sponsored by this movie. A movie about demonic possessions, full of satanic imagery, just so happened to sponsor a WWE match between the devil and a demon inside of a Hell in a Cell. The references are just endless here. After the trailer ends, we see Russell Crowe, who was a part of the Exorcist movie, introduce the fight by saying the ritual is about to begin at WrestleMania.
The ritual is about to begin at WrestleMania. The ritual is about to begin at WrestleMania. The ritual is about to begin at WrestleMania.
As you heard for yourself, Russell announces the open satanic ritual before the satanic match begins. The satanic imagery only gets worse when Edge makes his entrance. The first important detail is that Edge makes his entrance to a Slayer song called South of Heaven, which we know is a reference to the bottomless pits of the underworld. During his entrance, we see Edge wearing an extremely demonic outfit as he walks out to a demonic song. He can be seen wearing a metallic mask that looks like a skull while dressed in all black with a pentagram patch on his knees. You can see flames rise behind him as he raises his arms to reveal demonic-looking angel wings. It's obvious this is representing Lucifer right in the open, showing us what the WWE is all about. He takes a few steps down and springs up, doing the devil horns gesture. All these people sat there and watched as these WWE stars performed a literal ritual for them to be a part of. We have been seeing this imagery coming from all of Hollywood this year, with the Grammys and the Super Bowl. They're feeding this satanic propaganda to the masses. The whole entire promo for this match was just interesting and beyond. They were marketing the match as the demon versus the devil. And, obviously the Finn Balor, they're calling him the Prince Demon. Edge is the devil, essentially. And this is the match of basically one of the big matches of the entire event. The amount of imagery that they were showing, just in Edge's entrance alone, what you see, it's hard to deny that these people are openly satanic and they're openly pushing an agenda. In the monologue, he openly admits that this is about to be a ritual. They dim the stage, all the red and demonic appearances comes on, and then we see Edge come out of the stage with this mirror mask on, with angel wings behind him, and flames all over the place. An open representation of Lucifer.
Also, it starts off with Edge showing off the one-eye symbolism when his entrance is coming in. And they're explaining everything that's going on when it comes to the demon and the devil, and it's just breaking down, their past history and how everything has led to them being in the Hell in a Cell. And it starts off right, it's, plain in your face, one-eye symbolism, and it just goes on to show him in the fire. Also, I wanted to add on, after WrestleMania was over, Edge goes on to go on Instagram, social media, and he makes a post, and his pictures he posts about 4 to 5 pictures, and it's all him, dressed as this evil guy with these wings. And he goes on to say, last but not least, I want to thank Slayer. He used Slayer as his entrance song before his original song that comes on. And when you click on their page, it's nothing but Masonic and devil worshiping going on. It's insane. And, you go on their page and it gives you nothing but chills.
All of this imagery is right in the open, right in your face, and they're no longer trying to hide it. There is no reason for them to hide it because most people don't seem to care. They started this event with Jimmy Allen wearing the Freemason chain, zooming into the chain and showing all this imagery. This is exactly the theme that they wanted to start this event with. And then one of the big events is basically a demonic ritual. They even called it a satanic ritual. It's hard to deny what's being put in your face. The next thing I wanted to talk about was the storyline between Rey Mysterio and his son Dominic Mysterio. For a while now, the WWE has been running a very disturbing storyline between Rey Mysterio and his son Dominic Mysterio. The WWE has created a storyline between the father and son, which has Dominic full-on disrespecting his dad in every way possible. This is very alarming, especially when the WWE considers its programming to be PG, which means for all ages. How is it PG to show someone's son full-on destroying his father and publicly disrespecting him? This is a very destructive message being sent out to millions of impressionable minds. They are literally teaching the kids to disrespect their fathers and making it look great. Remember, the Masons are trying to corrupt the masses by making them go against everything God's word states. God commands us to obey, love, and cherish our parents, while the WWE is instructing us to disrespect and even hurt them. This is the agenda they're trying to push with their programming. I've seen clips on Instagram, and this is one of the things that caught my attention, the whole entire Dominic versus Rey Mysterio, and this is his father. This is his actual real-life father. You know, Rey Mysterio is Dominic Mysterio's father, and throughout these clips that I've been seeing, all we're seeing is Dominic Mysterio attacking his dad, and this is the storyline that they're pushing, and it's just so immoral. There's no reason. What would be the reason to put this imagery out there? There's no purpose for this. The amount of kids that are watching this and getting the wrong idea, getting the wrong impression, being influenced by this kind of stupidity because it doesn't even make sense. Why would we even promote this kind of activity? Why would the WWE see fit to show the kids being disobedient to their parents, and not only just disobedient, but full on attacking their parents? You know, even if it's WWE and it's fake, it's still a message that these kids are consuming, and it's the message of rebel against your parents, which I always seen that from the WWE. I've always gotten that attitude of rebel against your parents, don't listen to your parents. And me, as a father, that is alarming to me, you know?
I felt the same way. I wasn't too happy about that because, as when you're a kid, you're young and you're innocent, you don't know what's right from wrong. So when you see this and these are, this could be a fellow favorite superstar, you might take in, hey, if he can do it, I can do it too. I want to be just like him when I grow up. Now, if I wanted to include when Dominic Mysterio comes out in WrestleMania, he comes out in handcuffs and he's being escorted from a police van into the arena with the CO standing along his side. Like, if it's something to be applauded. And I don't feel like, I feel like that should be not shown to the kids that going to jail was cool and he comes out of jail and he's gonna fight his father. There's nothing cool about that.
Yeah, it's just racial stereotypes as well, because this is a Hispanic wrestler. They want to show him with this type of imagery, and also the fact that, like you said, this is probably one of the biggest new wrestlers out there that the kids are fond of, because I keep seeing them show Dominic Mysterio all over the place, all over social media, especially when I was looking into the situation. I saw a lot of Dominic Mysterio. They were showing him a lot through this event, and he seems to be an important person, and the kids are definitely looking up to him. They're definitely absorbing his behavior, and I can see him being one of the next stars, especially since Rey Mysterio is one of the biggest stars. He's a legend in the WWE. I see the same being for his son, but they're using his son to push this negative agenda.
Also, I wanted to bring up the night before WrestleMania, he actually walks over to the mother and sister that are ringside. The mother and sister are ringside, and he walks over to them, and he's talking crap to them, and they're talking back. And he takes a cup of water and throws it in his sister's face. His mom ends up smacking him because of the disrespect. But the fact that they're promoting that is just, insane. Like, for the son to be disrespectful and disrespect the mother, the sister, the father, have no respect for no one. Who can control them,
We all know it's staged, but the kids still watch that, and they still get influenced by that. And you're right, a method of total disrespect. This is what they're using this entire character for, just to show this. And this is all about, one of the rules in the Bible is to obey and respect your parents. This is going directly against that. This is what they're choosing to display. When I was a kid, I used to look at these guys like heroes. I would look up to them. I wanted to be just like them because they were these ultimate warriors and these strong wrestlers, that little kids look up to men like that. That's what little kids want to be when they're small. That's how they think. They want to be just like these guys. And these guys are showing them this type of behavior. It's just sad. The next thing I wanted to talk about was the female wrestler Rhea Ripley, who won the women's championship title at this year's WrestleMania event. Rhea Ripley, like the rest of the wrestlers on this list, has a dark demonic persona. She dresses in all black with gothic makeup and always walks around with a demonic grin. She is one of the members of part of the wrestling stable, the Judgment Day. What's interesting is that Rhea Ripley looks nothing like she looked when she first got in the WWE. In my opinion, she was obviously chosen, and after she was chosen, we saw her go through her dark transformation. This is why they're making such a huge star of her in the WWE, as she's portraying a demonic character, just like the rest of the big stars.
Ever since she has joined the Judgment Day, her career has grown tremendously. If you want to go back to when she came into the WWE, her character was completely different. She came in like she wasn't as dominant. You know, she was not a dark person. You know, she was not a main character. She was not main character worthy. She was on the roster, I guess you could say, to fill in time, to just be a time slot. Her agenda, her character grew very dark and very demonic, and her character just grew, and she's actually risen to the top. She went from the bottom and she climbed the ladder and she made it to WrestleMania and taking a championship from Charlotte Flair, which is a major deal.
What you're explaining is the transformation, is the dark transformation, you understand? This is what she's gone through. She's gone through a dark transformation. When they put her in the WWE, she was innocent. But in order for her to become this star, she had to go through this dark transformation. The same thing like we see with Edge, and the same thing we see like from an Undertaker. They wanted her to appear like this dark demonic character. And we see this throughout the industry as well. When an artist enters the industry, they don't look like what they look like 5 years later. We saw this with Playboi Carti. When Playboi Carti came in with a Millie Rock song, he was dressed like a regular dude. You know, he had none of this demonic satanic imagery going on. 2-3 years later, he's wearing inverted crosses, 666 shirts. He's acting like the devil, because this is what the price of fame is. This is what the industry is about, and it's all over the WWE as well. It's not a coincidence, like you said. Rhea Ripley went from a nobody, from someone that just went into the WWE roster, to being on top, winning WrestleMania, being put into one of the biggest storylines of WWE, all after she transformed and went through this demonic transformation. That's not a coincidence, people. That's the truth in plain sight. That is letting us know 1000% what Rhea Ripley is about and what the WWE is about. Rhea Ripley took the oath just like the rest of the puppets we talk about. It's obvious that this year's WrestleMania event was nothing more than Masonic satanic programming for the masses. They started the event displaying Masonic imagery proudly, showing who's responsible for it all. They had a match between a devil and a demon that they called a ritual, and we also saw them pushing disobedience with Rey Mysterio and his son. Not only does the WWE push senseless violence and objectifying women, it also now teaches you to disrespect your parents. There is still so much I can cover regarding the WWE, so if you guys would like me to make a part 3, comment part 3 below. Or if you want to see a full video on the WWE rivals, comment AEW below, and I'll make sure to get those videos done. The WWE's sole purpose is to push morals that would corrupt the minds and souls of its viewers. Like I always say, we must remember that every day we wake up, our souls are at stake. And we also must remember to help those who can't see the truth find the truth. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one. Till next time.
I just want to give a special shout out to the Truth Movement members. I truly appreciate every single one of you. If you'd like to further support the channel, join the Truth Movement, or you can join me on Patreon where I drop exclusive videos monthly. The link would be in the description. Another way you can further support the channel is by checking out the Truth Fist store and seeing if you find anything you like. Every purchase you make goes directly to helping the channel and furthering Truth Records. Also, please leave a comment on your thoughts below and on any future topics you would like to see me cover on my channel. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you can be notified when I drop new videos. If you like this video, please leave a like as it helps other people find these videos. You can also find me on TikTok and Instagram and follow me there for more truth. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.